Yeah, I know.
There you go, Dave.
First stop to the next stop. Covering all your sports info. You step in and stand clear. Let's go. Don't stop. You got Super Dave, Coach Kirk, and Todd the Magnificent.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip hop and sports live.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are live, a little late, better than ever, but we're here. It is Super Dave, along with, we have the beautiful Lisa Ray next to me. Coach Kurt is on timeout. He'll be back next week. Serge, the sports star.
What's happening?
Slick, the relic.
The living fossil.
G Money in the building.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
All right. Todd the Magnificent is out. So, first off and foremost, today is Monday, October 6th. Yesterday was October 5th. A lot of L's in New York, in the New York world of sports. I think everybody lost yesterday consecutively, but we're going to talk about that a little later. We have Lisa Ray in the building from Angels Hearts Association, and she's here to give us a little spin on what she's doing. We want to show her support and love. Lisa, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me again. I was here a year ago.
Yes.
It was really a year already?
It was a year
wow.
ago. Yeah.
Life be life, and time keep moving on.
Smash.
That's crazy.
All right.
Okay, so look, he just want me to say what I'm gonna say. Okay. So anyway, Angels Hearts. It's Angels Hearts for Hope Foundation Inc. I know it's a long name,
Angels
but
Hearts.
Angels with an S, Hearts with an S for Hope. Yeah, that's what it is. But so my middle name is Angel. So my name is Lisa Ray, but it's Lisa Angel Ray, and so that's where I got the whole Angels Hearts for Hope, because I felt like it was a direct connection to God,
Right.
and I wanted to make sure that people understood that that's who I follow, Jesus Christ, and I believe even in my affliction, having MS, that He trusts me because He knows that I'm not thinking about myself. It's not about me. It's about Him using me in this time so I can help others. Right?
Okay.
So that's the foundation.
Cool.
All right. So you have a function coming up on October 18th.
Yes. So the function it's our second annual MS Strong, keyword strong, sneaker ball. And we're doing it in Rochdale Village, and it's fully catered. It's open bar. It's hosted by Dr. Bob Lee, WBLS.
Mm-hmm.
We have a DJ SMV, my old DJ from Man Proper. Y'all remember the Proper?
Mm-hmm.
So my old DJ from the Proper is coming through, DJ Vernon. And
Okay.
we have some MS Warriors that are going to be in the house. So there's going to be the communities coming together with the community of MS Warriors to learn. We have some guest speakers to learn about what MS is all about, and also to support a cause. It is a fundraiser. We currently have grants available that we give award up to $500 for people who need assistance with copay or mobility products or any other medical assistance that typically insurance does not cover. And while some people have, like with the MTA, they got the best insurance and stuff. Some other places, private industry, may not have the best.
I hate to interrupt you. I want a second opinion on the benefits, but I mean, all of us brothers on board here work for the MTA, and I guess it was a great job, and we was blessed and things of that nature. But I mean, it's a lot of things, like when you talk about healthcare, it's a lot of ups and downs, but
changes being made.
Right, absolutely.
Constantly.
And speaking of changes being made, so they're doing huge cuts to Medicaid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, especially in the disability community, rely on Medicaid for all of their services, for their health care, for their mobility products, for their rehabilitation, for whatever. And with the cuts coming along, it's going to threaten, what if even a young child needs some therapy, speech therapy, or whatever it is, and it's now covered by Medicaid? Those cuts are now being, they are threatening, I guess, the people's ability to be able to thrive, right?
Yes.
For lack of a better word. I don't have Medicaid, and I'm on Medicare because I have been for a number of years. Once you're disabled for 2 years, you're able to collect Social Security. So I got my Social Security disability. I got it early, but and the reason I'm not on Medicaid is because they will try to take everything from you, and I'm like, no way. Like you have to know how to manage your money. You need to know how to manage your finances so you can still live a quality life. But yeah, we're at risk, and so nonprofits like Angels Hearts for Hope may stand in the gap for some of these people that may be affected. And with our grants, we'll be able to help them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's important. About a week ago, I had the privilege of serving as a volunteer at the National MS Society Gala, right? And it's like $10,000 a table. So I was like, something for us to aspire to. But when I looked at it aesthetically, we have all of the things, right? I mean, we have connections with people. Like they had a band, we have a band.
Right.
They have ours, we have ours. I mean, they had everything fully catered, we haven't fully catered. So it's just on a larger scale. It's, again, something to aspire to. And then the people that were in the room. So, it's about rubbing those elbows and meeting those people.
Yes.
Networking, basically.
Yes. And so, it's like $10,000 a table. So I was like, what? That's what I'm talking about. Could you imagine? But see, the thing with that, and this is a large global organization, right? One of the reasons why I wanted to do Angels Hearts for Hope was to reach people in our community and support them, because I don't see anything coming from these organizations that's helping me personally.
Right.
Now, while they may have some resources and, maybe programs, or they may have workshops, or they have, people come to speak and talk about different things. No, there's other things that I may need. For years, I didn't even have those grab bars.
Okay.
Right? I had to get my own grab bars and have them put in where I live. I had to do that. Where? And I actually asked them, I'm not going to name where I live or whatever.
Okay.
Whoever knows. But I asked them, I said, do you make reasonable accommodations? Oh, no, you have to get your own. But it's a reasonable accommodation. This is not going to make you lose money. This is not going to take away from you. This is going to, if anything, probably save you from, if I fall, if I hurt myself or anybody, it could be a problem.
Right.
So it's just some things that you would think that are common sense is not really common sense. And even where I work, you go into, for the instance, the restrooms, right? You'll have one handicap accessible restroom. And I'm telling you, for 1 month, I said, let me see how this works. I was going, every time I went to the bathroom for 1 month, every time I went in there, somebody was in there that
not handicapped.
was not handicapped.
Oh, wow.
So guess how many times I got to use the bathroom in a month?
3.
Wow.
Once.
Wow.
So that's a problem.
Right.
So honestly, I know people probably like, oh God, here she comes. So if I see somebody walking before me and I go in and they're in there, I'm like, excuse me, I need to use that restroom. I'll say that. Not because I think who I am, but seriously, from a safety standpoint,
Right.
I need it.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? Make all of the restrooms accessible. If someone needs it, put the bar in so you can pull it down. If you need it, you can use it.
Right.
Because everybody wants a little bit more space, a little bit more room.
That's why they go in there. Right.
But no, some people use it as their personal office. I'm like,
That is true.
what are we doing? So
A public bathroom? That's your...
no, they do.
Like you said, there's more space.
Right.
You sit in there and you counting and reading and
Stay out the bathroom.
Make them all accessible. You know what I mean? That's what you should do. And that's what I think. And I mean, I know they're making some changes now, but everywhere I go. I'm telling you, even I was in Georgia the week before at an event, and I walked into the restroom, and this woman just went into the handy. I said, "Are you gonna be long?" She was like, "Oh no, you can use it. I just came in. I'm okay." So, like, use the other one that's available. Why? And I'm not trying to. It's just think.
Right.
Just
If it's open, go to where you're supposed to go. If it ain't open and you gotta go, then I see people be like, "Oh, let me just go." But if the other one's open, go to the one you're supposed to. Leave it open.
yeah, and
Right.
and that is honestly for me, and it's simple little things that can change and make everything better for everybody.
Right.
That's how I look at it. And so what I do, even where I work, I speak about my experience. I educate people, because another thing, I had a cousin, she used to pick me up sometime, right? And every time I would, I'm coming out the building, she'd run out of the the driver's seat, come all the way around. I said, don't do that. I can walk, I can get in. Sometimes I need help, but just ask me.
Right.
And because I'm not going to refuse no help. Trust me. If sometimes I need help, sometimes you might see me struggling, be like, let me give you a hand. Okay. And that's great. But that used to, like, please don't run all the way around. I was like, I can open the door, I can get in the car. Don't do that. It's not necessary. So with people with disabilities, just ask them. And I know it could be probably uncomfortable at times, because I know me personally, when I used to see people in wheelchairs or, scooters or whatever in the street, and you would maybe look at them and maybe smile or maybe not. Sometimes people look uptight, or you don't even know what to say,
Right.
But now that this has happened to me, it doesn't matter. I can talk to anybody and just have a conversation. It doesn't matter what their situation is or what their circumstances are. And I sometimes have been places where maybe someone in a scooter who really can't do much for themselves, and there's people in front of them standing in the way. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, if you're able-bodied, can you take a step? And they're like, I have nothing to do with nothing, but
The person needs to go by.
y'all
right?
not looking, y'all not paying attention. We having a photo op, and this person wants to be in the picture, and you're standing in front of them. Go over there. And I would say that. I would say, if you're able-bodied, can you please? And they're probably like, who is this girl? But somebody has to say something. That's all I'm saying. Somebody has to say something. And we want to live a quality life. We want to, make money like anybody else. Everybody has something that they can contribute to society. And I believe that God has blessed us all with different gifts.
Yes.
And talents, and our goal is to empower people, encourage them to fulfill, to realize their full potential.
Right.
And it sounds simple, but you never know what a person is dealing with behind closed doors.
That's true.
What kind of support you have or you don't have.
Right.
A lot of people that become disabled may be isolated. They don't go anywhere. They don't want to do anything or whatever. You have to want to do things too. But if you need support, ask for support. If you need support, you can go to angelsheartsforhope.org. You can reach out to us. We're happy to help. And again, like I said, if you need resources, we're grassroots. So, we're not loaded, but we got a couple of dollars, and we're willing to help those in need.
Question. Anybody question?
No.
I have one, but I want y'all to feel free. So, like, in a situation where, like, it's help, what is your biggest challenges? Because, like you said, sometimes you can do things, sometimes you can't. But, like, I get it. You want to be a little independent.
Absolutely.
With the way you do things. But what is the biggest challenges that you do have?
Me, personally?
Yeah.
My biggest challenge is that the right side of my body is weak. So my biggest challenge, to be honest with you, so this arm here, I can't move it past here. So I can't even comb my hair. And I have a lot of hair. So I have to go get my hair done in styles that are going to last for several days or a week or two, or braids, or whatever. So much so that I probably for the last 2+ years, I've been wearing braids more than I've ever worn in my whole
Right.
life.
Mhm.
So that has become my regular, where before I would wear my hair out and once in a while I'll put braids in. So combing my hair, a woman, women like to look good,
Right.
we want to, I mean, first of all, anybody, you get up in the morning, go to get shower, shave, whatever, you're going to comb your hair, you're going to groom yourself, you want to look good. That is a challenge for me. I can't comb my hair. I spend a lot of money on hair as a result. I always did, but I mean, it's even more so because I cannot
Right. Do
put
it
my hair in a
yourself.
ponytail.
Right.
And the only thing that I can do, I can wash my hair and condition, I can wear it curly, but who wants to wear the hair the same style every
All the
day
time.
forever and ever?
Right.
Like, that's kind of corny. And so sometimes, I still cook. I still, be in the kitchen doing whatever, but some days maybe I don't feel as strong as I would like to. So instead of standing up at the counter, I may be sitting down to chop. You have to modify whatever it is that's going to work for you, because the biggest thing is for you to be safe. And I'm going to tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, way back when, he said, I have this brace that I wear because I have a drop foot. You ever seen people walking like Frankenstein? I always say Frankenstein, Dragon One.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I always say Frankenstein. But usually they have a drop foot. And so I have that. And so I remember when I first had it, for maybe 2 years, I was walking kind of that way until somebody said there was a brace that I could use. So I was like, okay. So then when I got the brace, definitely helped put some pep in my step, so to speak. But it ended up, I wouldn't wear shorts. I wouldn't wear short dresses. I was wearing long dresses and pants all the time because I didn't want to draw attention to my brace.
Right.
And then one summer, it was so hot. I was like, bump this, I'm putting on some shorts. And at that point, I didn't care anymore. So I think sometimes, naturally we may be a little prideful, but that's out the window.
I was about to say,
I'm still Lisa. And a friend of mine told me, he said, Lisa, what's important is that you're safe.
Right.
And when he said that to me,
That makes more sense.
I just was like, you know what? He's right. And from that point on, I'm like, listen, if it shows, it shows. If I want to wear shorts, I'm wearing shorts. But I'm out. I'm still Lisa.
Right.
But I feel like it's made me more aware and better and more mindful, giving me more empathy for other people that may struggle with different things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that is the hardest part.
Okay, now follow up to that. When you were younger, before the MS, were you right-handed?
No, left-handed.
So thank God he left your good side
Yeah.
for you. Okay. Well, I thought maybe you had to learn how to do everything.
I was gonna
with
ask
the
that same
opposite
question.
hand.
Yeah,
Let
me-
let me make a notation.
No.
Lisa is left-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Shout
and
out to the lefties.
I got a serious left hook too.
Yeah.
Like-
I'm right with you. I'm left.
Yeah, I could hurt somebody with this right here. For
Okay.
sure.
So left-handed.
It's
I'm
strong.
gonna ask, as far as like, has there been any research on it, like stem cell research
It's
and
funny.
breakthroughs?
So it's funny that you asked that. So as far as stem cells are concerned, so going back to like the MS Society, if I could ask them for something, I would ask them to sponsor me for stem cells,
Okay.
because I've heard that stem cells can, be like life changing, where you
It can correct some stuff.
yes,
If not
and-
everything.
but why is it that when there's something that can help you, it's astronomical?
Exactly.
It's so much money. It's like,
Wow.
go and drain your bank account
Mm-hmm.
and let's
Mhm.
see if this, what, there's always going to be sick people in the world, right? If you can help heal somebody, cure somebody, do it.
They don't want to do that.
No,
Do-
it's greed.
Well,
Well,
it's
we-
a
we-
money
greed,
grab.
greed, exactly.
I
It's
would
a
say
greed
that we
thing.
don't want to just, even though it's the truth, reality is that it's a cost factor. But if you was able, what price could you put on your health? In other
Right.
words,
Yeah, but if
could
you
get
don't
that
have-
stem cell treatment
But you,
to correct what you have going on. There's so many things that they have this pulse device, right? That helps stimulate your nerves and, so you can help rebuild your muscle and all this stuff, right? And then there's this other device. I can't even think of it because I have one, And let me tell you, this is something that is not covered by insurance. And for each piece of it, it's like $5,000 or $10,000 for this device, or whatever. But years ago, I got it, and they covered it. And they couldn't believe. It was like, you're the first person that ever got covered. I was like, that's God. God was on my side in that, because they do not cover it. And so as a result, people don't get it, or they finance it, or whatever they do. You know, like financing is not always the answer, because you know what? Everybody got bills.
Yes.
You don't have
So now
it.
you want me to finance something else, and you're like, oh yeah, it's only going to be like $250 a month extra.
Right.
So all the other stuff that you got to do.
Right.
So I've tried different things. I have some stuff at home, and I feel what helps me most. See, I need a personal trainer. And if I have a personal trainer that pushes me to do, you know, Lisa, do this. You know, if you motivate, you push it. I'm so strong-willed that if you say, Lisa, you know, you need to do this, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
And that, I find that's what helps me most. You know what I mean? I think with these other things, I've never been like a workout person, but I played basketball in high school, loved it. Can't play basketball no more. Obviously, because can't run.
Right.
Used to love to roller skate. Can't roller skate no more because maybe I'll try it with the little things that they have.
Right.
But all of the things that I love to do, play handball.
Oh,
and
I used to
like,
love that.
And all of that is good for you physically. Like that's exercise, but you're exercising and having fun. If you just getting on a bike or something, that ain't fun. Like a bike that's not going anywhere. I need a tricycle.
Right.
We can take donations for a tricycle. I need a tricycle because I want to
ride and
I want to be moving.
Movable, right? You want to be mobile.
I want to go somewhere. I want to get a little basket, put my dog in it, and be like, you know. So
those are things some of us take for granted.
Yeah, and I mean, and dancing. You know, as a kid, you know, being in these dance recitals and all of it, I loved that. Like those are the things that I love to do, and I was athletic and I was physically fit because of it, just from having fun. There's not a lot of fun stuff to do when you're limited. You know, my mobility is limited, so I have to push myself to do whatever it is, and that's not always. Like I said, I'm not a. I need a personal trainer. If somebody tell me what to do, I'll do it. I'll be like, okay.
Right.
I mean,
you know, to motivate you.
Exactly. And the thing is, people always say that, you know, like I'm good at telling other people what to do.
Right.
But so if this is your chance,
right?
Whoever's listening, just tell me what.
I can understand the financial aspect. You know, my son was he was a sickle cell patient. He got blood transplant, blood
transfusion.
No, not the transfusion. It was like a stem cell transplant.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't cell therapy, stem cell therapy.
Did it help?
But he's completely eradicated.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I went through 18 years of that. And those bills I would be in the street right now.
See what I'm saying?
And not to mention, you know, my father just passed. And we had to get the ambulance for him a few times. And just an ambulance, picking him up one time was like maybe $7,000, $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and he had to use it 3 times. Not that my son had to use it twice throughout the years. And my other son fractured his hip. He had to use it 1 time. So all those things would just break you financially.
Thank you.
You know, a bed costs so much a day, you know, just being in the hospital and being admitted.
Yeah.
You know, so I understand as far as like the financial burden it could put on somebody. And then, you know, hopefully your insurance can cover the whole thing without any copay.
Right.
You know?
And the thing is, so back in let's just say back in the day, I remember, and shout out to my board member, Kamel Ellis just came in. All right.
Oh,
So, you know, back in the day when I was on Wall Street, I remember having best insurance. I never come out of pocket